music. What might we learn today? What might we make? Yesterday's over, tomorrow's not yet, but today's a day to create. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you haven't heard, which would be impressive given how much I've been posting about it, I have a new EP out. It's called That Is, and it's made up of 5 songs that I've released over the past 5 months. So this video is just a celebration, a moment of arrival, and a recap of the making of these songs, which started far longer than 5 months ago. So I started writing these songs back in college around 2017, and then I graduated college and I continued working on these songs on and off over the next several years as I also tried to figure out how to make a living and eventually got married. It wasn't until 2021 that I was finally in a place where I could begin taking these songs from my head and making them a reality. As I always do when I'm getting ready to release music, I began by reaching out to my dear friend and incredible audio engineer, Camden Hutchison. Every time I've released music, Camden has always been right there with me, making sure that it came out sounding awesome. He has taught me so much about the recording process, and he was also the best man in my wedding. I can't say enough good things about him or overstate my gratitude to him. So, over the next few months, we developed a game plan for bringing these songs to life. We reached out to some musicians we knew to get their current rates, and based on that, developed a cost estimate for making these songs. In early 2022, I started an Indiegogo campaign to fund this project, and while we didn't actually reach the goal, we got close enough that we could make it happen. It was at this point that I began arranging in earnest, getting ready to get into the studio and make some music. Well, we only got a few instruments recorded before disaster struck. In the space of a few months, I needed to find a new job, and my wife and I needed to find a new place to live. Fortunately, we did both. We're doing great, but unfortunately, it did delay the project for quite a while. We didn't end up finishing recording until January 2023. And over the following months, Camden and I, but mostly Camden, worked diligently to make sure that these songs got mixed and were ready to go. After that, they were sent off for mastering, and the first song, Anyone Else, came out everywhere in May of 2023. This was an opportunity to try and learn about and apply some social media marketing on my music to get the word out. In the interest of transparency, I really don't like marketing, but I know it is important if I want people to have the option to enjoy my music, which I do. Now it's September, and all 5 songs have been released, and as of today are available in EP form. As you can probably tell already, it took a lot to get here. But I really do like transparency, so I want to share some specific numbers with you from behind the scenes. This all started with an Indiegogo campaign that raised $3,850. The total cost of the project was $4,674.62, which was a bit over what we raised. I also went ahead and made this nifty pie chart to break down the costs of the project into different categories. So you can see most of it went to the musicians or to the engineers. A little bit was used for marketing, and the smallest amount was used to complete all of the perks for the supporters of my campaign. From the beginning of the campaign to the full release, it took a little over 1 year and 7 months. It also took 15 musicians, 25 supporters, 2 engineers, and 1 artist to bring this EP into existence. And on that note, I'd like to specifically shout out Hannah Taylor, who did such a great job designing the EP cover art. And I am just so grateful for the help and support that I received. It's the only way that this actually happened. However, this is not the end. As I said over a year and a half ago at the beginning of that campaign, this is only the first part of a full-length album. The songs are written and ready to go. I just need to get the next part funded and get back in the studio. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that immediately because I have this wonderful problem. My wife is expecting our first child, and I'm going to be solely focused on loving and taking care of that kid for a few months. After we get settled and find our new rhythm, I plan to start that next crowdfunding campaign. That'll probably be around May or June of 2024. For now, I am just so glad that I got to share this music with you. I'm excited to find out how to be a father, and I look forward to sharing more songs in the future with your help. But don't worry, I still have a few things left to share with you before I disappear for a few months, so keep an ear out. That's all I got. Thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't heard my music, you can look down below for the links. I'd love for you to take a listen and see what you think. As always, I reserve the right to be wrong. See you next time. And I can turn off the phone again. Off the phone again. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-dee. Turning off phones like I've never been before. I can't wait to turn off the phone again. Let's do that one more time. One more time. One more time. And it was at this point that I started. And it was at. One more time. One more time. One more time. Let's do it again. And nope. Do that like once or twice more. Marketing. Unimas. Thank you for watching. One more. The studio assistant dog.
Always gotta have one.
Just chilling. That was phenomenal.